Hi everyone! So today I decided to film a fall get ready with me. So that includes hair, makeup, as well as outfit. I really hope you guys enjoy these types of videos because they're so much fun to film. If you are new to my channel, it would mean so much if you guys can subscribe because it helps me out a lot. And also leave me comments down below letting me know what new types of videos you like to see because I'm always open to new suggestions. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. After moisturizing my face, I like to use a primer, of course, just so that I have a nice base to start off my makeup. And the one that I'm using is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and I'm just concentrating that on the areas where I want to minimize the appearance of pores, which is pretty much all over my face. Going in with foundation, I'm pretty sure I use my Loreal Lumi foundation in W5 like all year round. When I do need it to be a bit darker, that's when I mix it in with a darker foundation for the warmer months. But given that we're approaching winter, I don't need to worry about that. I like to apply that with my fingertips first, directly on my face, and then I blend that in using a damp beauty blender. For the days where I want more coverage, because my foundation has a more natural finish, I start off by concealing my face with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC35. I usually like to start blending it with my fingertips and then go in with a smaller beauty blender just to make sure everything is super blended. Then to really add that highlighted effect that I like, that's when I use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Eraser Circles Concealer in N115 on top of the other concealer. For this concealer, because it's thinner, I never realized, but it makes all the difference when you blend that in using a beauty blender. Because I used to just, on the days where I was more in a rush, I would just use my fingertips, but it really makes a difference when you just pat that in with a beauty blender and you don't smudge it because it'll look more pigmented and it'll last longer. Okay, so to warm up my face, I'm starting off with a cream contour. This is seriously the best thing because I'm pretty sure I paid under $10 for this, and both the color and the formula work really, really well. This one is from Maybelline and it's the Fit Me Foundation Stick in the shade 355. For everyday, this is literally perfect. And yeah, it's supposed to be a foundation, but I did buy a darker shade, so it acts like a perfect cream contour. To blend that in, I'm using a slanted, dense brush from Sephora, and I'm basically starting by just patting that into my skin and slowly doing circular motions not to smear off the product. To set all the concealer and add to that brightening effect, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. For everyday, I normally just apply this powder using a flat top kabuki brush like I'm doing here, and this one's from BH Cosmetics. For a bigger occasion where I really want it to last all day, I'd probably just take a larger amount with my beauty blender and just let it bake on my face for a bit. So to add to the cream contour we had already done, as well as to set it in place, it's important to use a powder contour. And this one is from Maybelline. It's also the Fit Me foundation, but it's in the powder formula, and it's in the shade 360. So for the past while, I've been using my contour brushes, and they're from BH Cosmetics, and I really like them because you can see how defined and sculpted I could kind of make those lines, and depending where I want to contour my face, I can use either the bigger brush or the smaller ones. And also when it comes to blending it all in place, I'm using a fluffier brush as well, and just kind of going in circular motions and using a light hand. Alright, so there's a lot of warm shades going on my face, and I want to add a bit of a different color. So I love this mauve shade of blush. This is from MAC and it's called Breath of Plum. I use this one a lot. I find it goes with so many different types of makeup looks. So basically using a flatter brush, I'm just putting the blush on one side of it and just lightly dabbing the product over the contour, but really concentrating it on the apples of my cheeks. To make this makeup look a little more natural, I like to use highlighter because I really feel like that accentuates that dewy finish that I really love. So the one that I use, well, the one that I have been using every day is the Becca X Jaclyn Hill highlighter in Champagne Pop. I don't put a lot of it because it does get really sparkly, but I do find the shade of it really nice with my skin tone. It's not too light, so it doesn't look very fake if I put a little bit on. To set that face makeup, I'm now using the Makeup Forever setting spray and just spraying that all over my face. Moving on to lips, I wanted to use a retractable lip liner because I find you can be a lot more precise with the lines, and the one that I've been using is the Clinique lip liner in the shade Intense Cafe. And sorry if I'm talking during this portion and you can't see it well. I wanted to do a talk through, get ready with me, but unfortunately there's a lot of noise going on in my house, so I had to do voiceovers over this. And I'm going to be doing a more in-depth lip tutorial so that you can actually see what I'm doing properly because the camera did cut off. Now for the liquid lipstick, I'm using my Kylie Cosmetics matte liquid lipstick in the shade Exposed, and I'm just putting that all over the lip to really make my lips last all day and give a nice natural look. So moving on to eyes, I am going in with a neutral light brown tone for the base of the eyelids so that it'll be easier for me to build colors on top of that. And this shade, as well as the next few shades I'll be using, are from the BH Cosmetics Modern Neutrals palette. Now I'm going in with a warm burgundy mauvey shade, and I'm beginning that on the outer V of my eye, and I'm bringing that in towards the crease to really warm up the eye look. Okay, so this shade in particular isn't from that BH Cosmetics palette. It's actually a really old one. I don't know where I got it from, but I know it's from the brand called Barelle. But any similar shade that you guys maybe have will definitely do the trick. I'm also going to take that same warm shade and just bring that down to my lower lash line to smoke up the look and make my eyes appear bigger. To darken up the eye look, I'm using a dark mauve shade from Colourpop, and this is in the shade Central Perk. So I'm really concentrating that on the crease area and just blending that in nicely using a fluffier brush. And I'm also going to bring that down to the lower lash line and concentrate that more at the corners. To brighten up the eye look, I'm using a lighter, almost pink tone shade with a bit of shimmer from the BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm applying that in the middle of my eyelid. And now it's important to blend. I'm using a fluffier brush from the BH Cosmetics brush set, and I'm just with a light hand going in circular motions to really blend all these colors together nicely. To open up the eyes, I love to use a light shimmery shade and really putting that in the inner corners to open up the eyes. And I'm just taking a very light shade from the BH Cosmetics palette to do so. Because this is a fall look, I do want to darken up the eye even more. So I'm going in with a brown kohl liner, and I'm just going to concentrate that on the upper and lower lashes and accentuate that in the outer corners. So once I apply that with the liner, I like to smudge it out and really smoke it, and that's when I use a more dense brush to do that. To accentuate the darkness at the top, I'm going to do a wing liner, and I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Mad Max Brown. It's almost black, and I'm just basically doing a very thin line starting at the middle point of my eye. To finish up the eye look, I'm just going in with my mascara, and this is the Maybelline Rocket Mascara in the waterproof formula, and I'm applying that to the lower lashes. And as a last step, I am just going to fill in my brows a little bit just to make it look a little bit more full. And I'm using my Annabelle eyebrow stick in the shade dark brown to do that. To set those brows in place, I am using my Anastasia Beverly Hills tinted brow gel in the shade Ebony. And that is it for the makeup portion. So now to tidy up this hair and make it look nice and wavy, what I like to do is use my 1-inch curling iron, and this one's from the Argan Oil brand. I'm going to leave the exact model down below. And basically I'm just taking about 1 to 2 inch sections of my hair and just wrapping it around the barrel with the clamp open. So for every day, that's what I like to do. I don't section my hair, even though I do have a lot. I just find it's quicker and it gets the job done. If you guys want to see a more in-depth tutorial of different ways that I like to curl my hair, I will definitely do that because I love to have my hair wavy or curly. So I do have a few different types of ways to do that. For today, I decided to make all the curls go in the same direction, so they're all going clockwise, but I do take the 2 front sections of my face and make sure they both go away from my face so that it frames my face nicely. How many times did I say the word face in that sentence? Hopefully that was clear to understand. And because I'm taking kind of wider sections and I'm not leaving the curls on the iron for too long, they are looser, but I do love that for every day. And we are finally done with the hair look. Okay, so for my fall outfit of the day, I chose this thick chunky knit, which is actually perfect because it's getting so cold where I live. So I definitely need a very thick sweater to keep me warm. To add a cute girlier touch to the outfit, I really wanted to put these cute high socks that I found from Forever 21, and I really love how the colors match perfectly and there's that cute lace detailing at the top. I also threw on my cute black backpack from Zara, and I really love this one because it just goes with a million outfits and it's light and compact. And because I'd probably freeze and die, I made sure to throw on this really thick coat that goes perfectly because it's oversized, but it still has a really nice touch to it because of that faux fur collar, and it's so cozy. I love it. Oh, and for boots, I just wore my short black ankle booties from Steve Madden. I don't show them here, but I did take a photo shoot this day, and I will be posting more photos on Instagram. So if you guys want to check that out, my link is down below. So that is it for my fall hair, makeup, and outfit video. I really hope you guys enjoy these types of videos, and I will be posting different types of things. So definitely throw in some recommendations in the comment section below, and I will definitely read through them. I hope you all have a really wonderful week, and I will see you all really soon in my next video. Bye!